welcome to Access Sportsnet Dodgers, brought to you by Mercury Insurance. John Hartung, Jerry Harrison Jr., Dontrell Willis. Dodgers become the first team in Major League Baseball to reach 50 wins this season as they open up this three-city road trip with a 2-1 nail-biting victory over the Twins. Still not a great night for the Dodgers offense. They went 0 for 7 with runners in scoring position, but got a couple of solo home runs. One by Shohei to start the game, another one by Freddie Freeman to break the tie, and that was enough, Jerry, because Eric Lauer tossed 6 no-hit innings, and then after that, Kyle Hurt and Tanner Scott got it to the finish line.
Yeah, that really was a story. Eric Lauer was outstanding. And remember, we talked about on the pregame show, he got hit around by the Twins earlier, but he made his adjustments, attacked the strike, so a lot of weak contact. He was outstanding. How about the Dodgers' defense as well? It was outstanding as well.
I thought Lauer's pitch sequence and execution was absolutely outstanding, and he looked like he pitched with a little bit of chip on his shoulders. It was not ideal, but he got in there in the second inning, and really throwing those no-hit innings was everything. Not allowing the Twins to get runners in scoring position, because that's been their calling card, to be pesky. It was absolutely outstanding for him to be pitch efficient. So he might have a couple more openers in the future because he's a deal like that.
Yeah, I said last year when he was with Toronto, he did not like following an opener, but it worked out awfully well for him and the Dodgers tonight. It was Freddie Freeman breaking the tie with his solo shot in the 6th inning, and right now he's standing by with Kirsten Watson.
Freddie, when you look at this game today, you guys were able to get things going. You had 9 hits, so you did create some traffic, but that home run from you, that was the difference maker in this game. What adjustments were you making to Matthews to get that swing?
Yeah, just a well-pitched ball game on both sides, really. Sometimes you got to grind and fight, and I was able to get into a hitter's count and able to put a good swing on and get one over the fence.
The offense is still looking to get going. You called me a little bit dramatic, respectfully, earlier, but what did you just see from the quality of at-bats this evening?
Yeah, I mean, we're going to go through a couple stretches here and there, and sometimes, luckily, we've got a really good pitching staff, and we only scored 2 runs and still win a game. So good teams win close ball games. We'll get it going. It's the middle of the year. We'll be fine.
Talking about really good pitching, Eric Lauer, he's come over to this team and he's been excellent, but 6 no-hit innings. What was it like playing behind him today?
Yeah, he just filled up the zone. That's what pitchers are trying to do, throw strikes, keep us in it. We got a really good defense behind him, and came in the game and threw up wonderful 6 innings and gave us a chance to win.
This is going to be a longer road trip. How important is it just for game 1 to get things going?
Yeah, especially after the last couple of days. It's nice to get a first one on a long road trip, and hopefully we can get a series win tomorrow.
All right, Freddie, congratulations on this one tonight.
Thank you.
Yeah, first one of a long road trip. They also got rid of that taste in their mouth after the most lopsided loss of the season yesterday here in Los Angeles, Jerry. And it was the offense with just 2 solo home runs, one by Shohei and one by Freddie, and that was it.
Well, Freddie said it. Listen, it's a long season. We're in the middle of the season. The offense will be fine. Listen, a win's a win. I mean, this is the show. You listen, whether you're at 2-1, 1-0, 15-13, you want to always make sure you put yourself in position to win a ball game. Shohei Ohtani, right out from Jump Street, hits it to the streets. I think it was somebody's call shot in here. I'm not going to name any names, but he gets a hanging cambio, and he's all over. Right away, on the board, 1-0. Obviously, the Twins answer right back. Buxton, we talked about it. This guy's a special player. But the Dodgers continue to find ways to win it. Tell you what, all of us talk about the importance of one-run ball games, especially in the postseason. You hear in a 1-1 ball game, 1-1 tie, I should say, 2-1 ball game after Freddie Freeman's home run. I think it was somebody else's called shots in the studio as well. So it's good that the Dodgers are putting themselves in position to win these 1-1 ball games.
This felt like a postseason matchup where runs came at a premium. That's the type of ball game you're in, especially with the offensive sputtering. This is a game where some teams in a game will lose it, but because you have power and experience at the top of the lineup, every time, the few mistakes that they made in that strike zone, Freddie made them pay, Shohei made them pay. Hey, we shaking hands tonight. And so, bottom line, especially the last time they came out, the last 2 times, they did not play well offensively. And I agree 1,000% with Freddie Freeman. They're going to be just fine. This is an experienced team. You will have ups, you will have downs, but they're still on pace to have almost 98 to 100 wins, and that's all that matters.
Last 7 Dodger games, they played 6 one-run games. They've won 5 out of those 6, and a big reason why tonight's D-Train was Eric Lauer with those 6 hitless innings against a Minnesota Twins lineup that was scorching hot coming into this game.
You know what? I thought he did an excellent job of changing speeds and changing eye level and occasionally throwing that fastball inner half to the right-handed batter, as you see right there. What that does is the fastball plays up. They're seeing backdoor cutters. They're seeing the ball cut in on the inner half. And again, showing that ability, as you see in the highlights, to follow the glove. It does not matter. I was just in Cooperstown. Everybody talked about velocity. It's about executing the pitches at every single level, whether it be a big league level or a little league level, being able to hit guys in the chest, because in that situation, you can command the baseball in a big league game. That's it. And I think Lauer came in there with a chip on his shoulder because he made it public that he didn't like doing that. And so all of a sudden he goes out there, starts to get a groove of it. He's at the bottom of the lineup, so you don't have that worry about somebody being able to hit one to the people. It allowed him to get in the flow of the game. The command of the baseball was there, and a heck of an outing from the big guy.
It was. And you know what? Listen, everybody wants velocity. Velocity is cool, and yes, it's necessary on your staff, but you need guys that are different. And I love the way the Dodgers set up their rotation, or I should say set up their pitching staff tonight. Klein, hard-throwing right-hander. He's coming right at you. And then right next to him, right behind him, Lauer. Change up, and then he gets the righties leaning over a little bit. I've done it before in the past. You're looking change up, looking at cutter away. Then he throws that 92-mile-an-hour fastball inner half. It looks like it's 98 to the hitter. So I love when guys are pitching like that and making sure they're chasing soft contact. Really well done.
Hardly any hard contact against him this entire game. It was great to watch him as the Dodgers get the win 2-1. Right now, let's head back to the booth in Minnesota. Check in one final time with Joe Davis and Eric Karros.
Well, the pitching was awesome tonight. Dodgers get 2 solo home runs to win 2-1, but the story of the pitching.
Yeah, it really was. You know, Eric Lauer coming and getting that bulk start. And we wondered, you know, does he really want to do it? Can he do it? And he did an exceptional job. No hits in 6 innings. Only a couple strikeouts, a couple of walks, but most importantly, zeros across the board.
Good tone set for this road trip. Going to be a long trip, 3 cities, 9 games at a 2-1 win, and especially coming off of the way they finished the homestand.
Right. I mean, the way they finished, obviously, not a game that you wanted to see, but they had played a bunch of one-run ball games prior. And, you know, one of the things, we one-run ball game tonight, but the Dodgers learn how to win in these situations, what guys can do. And again, you know, we talk about the pitching, the hitting, the defense exceptional again.
Yeah, another good pitching matchup tomorrow. Justin Wrobleski goes for the Dodgers. Joe Ryan, the ace for the Twins, takes it for Minnesota.
All right, let's recap.
Welcome into Twins postgame presented by Uponor. Right back here at Target Field, we break this one down tonight. 2-1 the final with the Dodgers on top in this first of 3. On a Monday night in the Twin Cities, right back here on the main concourse, I'm Katie Storm alongside Anthony Recker. And Anthony, this is a good Dodgers squad. Second best win percentage in the big leagues coming into tonight. The Twins keep it close, but home runs were all of the offense tonight. All 3 of those runs on the board. Freddie Freeman with a deciding factor. The 3rd homer of the game puts the Dodgers in front. This one ends in a loss for Minnesota.
Yeah, I think we expected to see some homers tonight. I think we also expected to see a little more offense. I expected there to be some more runs scored tonight from both teams, to be honest with you, and it just didn't materialize that way. I think the pitching tonight was really good. Zebby was great out there on the mound, and Eric Lauer surprised us a little bit with what he gave us, you know, from the LA side. So I think all in all, it was a good game, great game. They were in it the whole way, and so to me, you can still take something out of that going in tomorrow, and knowing that you can come out here and stand toe-to-toe with these guys. Your pitching staff can clearly do a pretty good job against them. All you got to do is score a few more runs. So I think the Twins can feel good about this, even though it was a loss tonight.
And Anthony, in the pregame show, we talked about the stars squaring off, that being Shohei Ohtani and Byron Buxton, and they flashed early in this one. As far as in the batter's box, let's start with Shohei Ohtani, because it just took the second pitch of the game from Zebby Matthews. This is a changeup Zebby wanted back, but Shohei got every bit of this one.
Absolutely. He hammered it 112.8 miles per hour, 414 feet. I mean, look, I'm sitting up there with my kids. I said it before the game. He had an Ohtani jersey on, and he delivered right away, right out of the gate. I think a lot of people were here to see this. He did it right away. It was really impressive. I mean, to me, for him to come in, he hasn't seen Zebby before. So for him to come in, obviously get his first look at him and do something like that, that's impressive that early. And then you could see him. He was sharing information with Freddie Freeman in the on-deck circle immediately after. That just shows you who Ohtani is and who this Dodger team is. They're willing to put in that effort to see what they can do as a team to win a ball game.
We knew the pitching was going to be important for Minnesota going up against this Dodgers lineup. And Zebby Matthews, to have the second pitch of the game be that way from Shohei Ohtani, how do you feel like he settled in? Because I know length was important to you as well, Zebby providing 6 innings tonight.
He was fantastic. I mean, really, after that homer, I mean, he made some adjustments, and he came out, he was great. I thought the second time through, particularly, I noticed he really went to those breaking balls a lot more. Almost 50% curveball and slider second time through the lineup. That's kind of what I was expecting to see from, right out of the gate. Obviously, look, he gave up the homer on the changeup. It is what it is. That happens. And he ends up giving up one a little bit later to Freddie on a fastball. But look, you can't throw all breaking balls. At some point, you're going to have to mix other pitches in. He got burned on one other fastball. Otherwise, he was great tonight. He mixed it up really well. A lot of swing and miss. Did a great job. And honestly, this is what I've come to expect from Zebby every time he takes the ball on every fifth day. He's getting more consistent. I'm starting to see this from him. I think this is a kid that the Twins should be really excited about, and I think they are really excited about him. He's going to have a nice long career here in Minnesota.
And that's not easy to settle in after the second pitch of the game, ending up that way from Shohei Ohtani in front of this kind of crowd.
Yes.
To settle in, to stay composed, Zebby Matthews did the work tonight. And how about Byron Buxton? Fun to see him have a nice homer in the first inning as well.
Answered right back in the first. It was incredible. You'd think our producer, Tom Mee, must have known something coming into this. All we do is talk about Ohtani homer swings and Buxton homer swings, and then first inning they both go out there and do it. So guys, if you don't tune into the pregame show, we can tell you what's going to happen before it happens. But yeah, I mean, look, Buck's been doing this all year, 25th of the year. This guy is on some kind of a hot streak. It is really impressive. It's fun to watch, and when you get to see the stars of the game come out here in Minnesota and perform for you, I think these fans all get to go home feeling like they saw something special tonight.
And Byron Buxton's been performing at home specifically. 32 games this year, an OPS well over 1,000, hitting .325, 14 homers after that one tonight. He's got 25 bombs on the year. Well, yeah, the deciding factor, as I mentioned earlier, Freddie Freeman. There was 3 homers in this game. Freeman put the Dodgers back in front. He saw 3 fastballs in the third one. He took all the way over the center field fence.
Yeah, I think in that second AB, it was really just about, our third AB against Zebby, it was really just about him falling behind. He falls behind 2-0, and it almost felt like, okay, I got to throw a strike here, and he just seemed to lay one in there. I mean, that was middle. Guy like Freddie, he's not going to miss that ball. I mean, he's seen 2 fastballs right before that. You've got to change his timing. You've got to do something different. Even though it's 2-0, you can't be worried about walking him in that situation. Look, it's going to happen from time to time. You'd love to see him have thrown something, mixed something else in there within those 3 pitches. It is what it is. Freddie got you. You move on. You only gave up 2 runs in the game. Still a great outing for Zebby, but that's what this Dodgers lineup can do. They have the stars that can do that.
The Twins lineup had success on Eric Lauer in the past. We mentioned in the pregame show, and as you saw in the game, it was an opener situation. Will Klein got the ball for that first inning, and it seemed to balance out quite well as Eric Lauer had a nice outing today.
Yeah, honestly, Eric, he did come in. He pitched really well. There wasn't much swing and miss, right? I mean, there was only 2 strikeouts, not a lot of swing and miss. I think he had 3 or 4 swing and miss in the game. And so to me, it was really about just seeing him go out there and just miss barrels. That's what he was doing. He was missing barrels, didn't allow a lot of deep fly balls. He got a lot of balls in the air, but none of the Twins were able to drive anything out of the ballpark. Obviously, didn't go any hits. That's always a good outing. Anytime you can do that. A few walks, but clearly was willing to pitch around the damage in the Twins lineup. Make sure that he just didn't give in the zone and give these guys anything they could handle and hit out of the ballpark. Did a great job of that and ends up getting the win tonight.
An adjustment made by the Dodgers going with the opener tonight, and it worked out. Eric Lauer having a solid performance, allowing no hits in his outing. The Twins fall 2-1 in the